Many of you refuse to answer HARO queries because you think it's too hard to compete with thousands of bloggers answering those same questions. Maybe you have even sent a few pitches, but you received that awful thumbs down mark on your HARO pitch. Today I will show you when and how I reply to HARO queries, and I believe that those tips will help you to get more thumbs ups for your HARO pitches and in the end get more backlinks from high authority websites such as NY Times, Go Banking Rates, OWL, MSN and others. Before we dive into the exact steps I do when answering HARO queries, first I want to speak about when you should not reply to HARO queries. Here are a few cases in which you shouldn't reply to a specific HARO query. First is if you're not expert on the topic or you don't want to spend time researching that topic thoroughly, because if you don't write a perfect pitch, you probably won't get accepted. And that either you need to write a perfect pitch, you either need to be an expert in the field, or you need to take your time and really dive into all the details about that query and write the best possible pitch, so you can present yourself as an expert in the field. Second is, if those queries are completely unrelated to your website, you shouldn't answer them. That's my opinion, because for instance, you have a website about gardening and you're trying to send HARO pitches for finance. Many journalists won't accept those pitches once they check your website and see that it's completely unrelated and you can't prove that you're an expert in that niche. And lastly, if you don't meet the requirements set by journalists. Many journalists will often set requirements in which they require you to have a degree to work in some specific position, such as, I don't know, CEO or something. And if you don't meet those requirements, it's better not to reply, because you may receive a thumbs down, or they just won't look at your pitch because you're not the person they are looking for. So those are 3 situations in which you shouldn't reply to specific HARO query. I told you when I do not reply, so in all the other cases, I try to reply to HARO queries if they're related to my website and if I have time and knowledge to answer a specific query and give them the best possible answer. Now let's dive into my template, which I made for you so you can use it to reply to HARO queries. By following this template, it'll be much easier for you to write all those emails, and the whole concept of acquiring backlinks through HARO is much simpler. Let's go to my computer. So here is just a quick HARO pitch template that I created. Let's go through it and see how I write answers to HARO queries. So for the email subject, I always use HARO reply or HARO answer, and then after that I put the name of the query. That way the journalist will know that you're answering to a specific query. Why it's important to add the title of query, because many journalists often post 2 or 3 queries in one HARO email, and that's why it's important to use the exact query name on the email subject. For a body, I quickly greet journalists and then I introduce myself and why I decided to answer to their query. You don't need to write a lot, just write 1 sentence, quickly explain who you are, how are you expert on the topic, and why you decided to reply to that query. And then in second paragraph, I always write my answer. When it comes to answering, the type of sentences you write should be extremely simple, so journalists can quickly just copy your text and cite you on their article. So all sentences should be simple to read, and they should be extremely simple to copy and paste without a lot of changes, because that will save time to journalists, and they will very often pick pitches that are well written, so they don't need to do a lot of changes to the text. After you write your reply, you can put something like this. I hope this will help. If you have any additional questions, don't hesitate to reach out. That way they will know that maybe you have even more information to offer, and if they need more information about the topic, they will reach out to you. What I also like to add, but I forgot to add it over here. Let's write it now. I also like to add this part in which I tell them that they are free to change my answer to make the answer better fit for their writing style. And then I greet them like best regards. In the end, I put my name and last name. If they want my photo, I will also put a link to my headshot. And then I put my position or title, and next to it I put my website. In the end, I like to put my email. That's because sometimes, let's say 1 month from now, they will need more information about this topic or similar topic. They have my email, so they can contact me directly without going through HARO. That way I'm able to establish some relationships with journalists, which is always great. That's it, guys. I hope that now you have some basics of answering HARO queries. The most important thing is to keep everything simple, to thoroughly research the topic if you don't already know the answer, and to make straightforward answers. Doing HARO is great to build a lot of backlinks to your site, and what I also discovered is that many times Go banking rates, for instance, will link to me, and then there will be like 5 other websites that will rewrite their content or just copy their content, and they will also link to your site. So from one HARO pitch you can get 2, 3, maybe 5 links, which is fantastic. I hope that now you know how to answer to HARO queries. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section below. Maybe if there will be a lot of questions about a particular topic, maybe I will make additional video about HARO. If you need more info on how I research everything, feel free to comment below. I will try to show you how I do it through my future YouTube videos. Also, don't forget to press that like button so more people will be able to see this video. See you guys in the next video. Bye!